Yeah, we were for a while in the last one. But yeah, man. Okay, you can't go around on the earth doing it. That's wicked. Okay? Okay, it says a continual stroke that he ruled the nations in anger. That's Esau, man. Esau ruled the nations with a continuously stroke. The stroke meaning continuously death. You're killing, you're raping, you're robbing, okay, you're stealing, all those things. Okay? Alright? So that's who that is. Okay? They're going around doing that. Okay? That's what scripture's telling you right here. Alright? He ruled the nations in an anger. Also, okay, so in an anger. He's a fierce, that's like saying he's a grim reaper. You know, they always reference him as being a grim reaper. Okay? They do that on purpose. Okay? Right? He ruled the nations in anger and is persecuted and none hindereth, meaning no one can step to him. Okay? And that was before. Okay? That's why Esau went in them world wars, which was funny, but you know, he went in on world wars for a reason. Okay? Alright, you had again a one opposing person that stood up against America, man, which was Germany. Okay? Alright? And that's the spirit too, because Germany is actually one of the mightiest Edomite nations. Okay? Alright, they're probably the smartest Edomite nation, man. They're the ones that did broke the atoms and all that. Okay, they're the ones that did that, man. Okay, not America. Okay, America was the first to do shit, man. Okay, the mighty nations is really the European nations. That's why Europe, when slavery first started, when Esau got back into power, who was the main power? Okay, right? It was Britain. Okay, all right. Then you have Germany. They split the atom. Okay, they made the bomb in a sense, so you understand. They made the bomb. Okay, all right. Then you have Russia, the Russian mighty men. You have Russia. Okay. Then you have them little European nations as well. Okay, they were the first ones. To get more specific, you had Spain and Portugal. Okay, because those are the main ones. The Spaniards and the conquistadors. They're the first ones to conquer America. Then you had Britain, the Dutch. Okay, coming over. Okay, come on, man. All right, Europe has always been that main, that main power. Okay, they were the first ones to do all that. Okay, not America. America came afterwards, man. Once America was conquered, then they started to establish the American cavalry, the American government, started writing laws and shit. America established through Britain, man. Britain is the main one. Okay, Europe is the main one. Europe has been a power for years, and then they started to lose power and stuff, whatnot. And the American economy started booming. Okay, they started getting richer. Okay, more people started to invest into America because it was the booming business. That's what people do. Okay, once one business starts falling, what do people do? They start to retract their resources and put it somewhere else, man. That's exactly what happened to Europe. Okay. That's why Europe ain't the main power no more. You know, they're still up there, but they're not the main power. Okay, and really and truly, they hold all the power, man. Because once Europe, that's why we've been going through the past couple of weeks about World War III. Okay, once Europe starts to retract from more of its power and more of its nations, okay, from small nations like Finland, Sweden, okay, we have Portugal, Russia, Italy, Spain, okay, Britain, England, all the nations, man. Once they start to retract, okay, that's why I told you guys, they said that Europe said. France met with, who did France meet with, man? Who did France meet with, man? This was last week, okay? Or 2 weeks ago, Slovakia. France met with somebody. I believe they met with Russia. France met with Russia, okay? Or China. France met with China. It was China, Russia, okay? They met with them, and they had to talk with them. They sat down and talked. France is one of the most powerful nations in Europe, if not the most powerful. You know, it's arguable, okay? France met with, I believe it was China, okay? And after they met with China, they came out with a statement and said, Europe needs to be less dependent upon America, okay? That's what they said, and that's what's gonna happen, that's what's gonna happen, man. Okay? China probably pitched their idea. They was like, hey, man, we need to start moving on our own shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay? We need to start moving on our own and ditch America. America's not looking too good right now. Okay, they're looking pretty weak over there. They got trannies in the army. They got gays in the army. Okay. On top of that, they're pretty spread out. Okay, their economy is not doing too good. This is how we bankrupt their economy. Once we bankrupt their economy, we can take them over. We can split the profit here. We're not gonna do how America does you. Okay, we can set up and establish an economy through oil and trading, funding, importing, all those. That's exactly what they told you. 100% bet you they told them that. China pitched their idea the same way China and Russia were pitching ideas to each other. Let's get these people on board. North Korea, let's get them on board. Okay, let's get the African nations on board. Okay, because this was connected to Africa, man. China. Okay, all right. on, man. China's also connected to their Asian thing. I said China's gonna invade Taiwan, man. Okay, that's exactly why. Because America wanted to get into Taiwan. America wants to set up bases everywhere. You know, infiltration everywhere, so they can start to spread out slowly. Okay, China and Russia seen that. That's why Russia invaded Ukraine, and that's why China is gonna invade Taiwan for a reason. Okay, so let's keep going. It says, verse 7. The whole earth is at rest and quiet. They break forth into singing. Right, so they break forth into singing because why? A new kingdom has arrived. A new heaven has arrived. Okay? Heaven is only a state, man. Okay, right now, in this point in time, a certain people, okay, or nations are in heaven. They're in a heavenly like state. Okay? They don't have to worry about paycheck to paycheck. They don't have to worry about tax. You know, all these things that, you know, the curses have obviously put on us. They don't have to worry about those things, man. Okay? They don't have to worry about that. Okay? Right? It says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cinders of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us. Verse 9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, and stirreth up the dead for thee. Even all the chief ones of the earth it has raised up from the thrones and the kings of the nations. Verse 10, all they speak and say unto thee are thou also become weak as we, and thou become like unto us. Verse 11, thy prop is brought down to the grave. All right, there you go. That's America. America's going to be brought down to the grave, meaning death. America's going to die. Okay, as a nation, America's going to die, and they're dying right now. Okay, as I said, these next couple months, you're going to see, man, more and more articles are going to come out, more and more news is going to come out. Okay, and I won't be surprised if more European nations drop from America. Okay, right? Which Finland, they joined NATO like 2 weeks ago. Okay, they joined NATO 2 weeks ago. It actually came out that they did. Okay, so again, I won't be surprised if it's slowly by slowly, you know, you say, well, Portugal has detached from NATO and they're going to talk to Russia or something. You know, you're gonna have something like that. Okay, and it's slowly going to start to trickle. It's going to start to become a trend. Okay, it's not looking too good for America, man. I'm telling you, it's not looking too good. Okay, right? It says, it stirreth up from the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of earth, it has raised up from the thrones, and all the kings of the nations. Verse 10, all they that speak unto thee are those become as weak as we, thou hast become like unto us. Verse 11, thy prophet is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, and the worms spread under thee, and the worms covered thee. Verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, the son of the morning, art thou cut down from the ground, which those didst weaken the nations. And that's America, okay, right? Okay, Lucifer represents, when you go into the definition of it, okay, Lucifer means light bearer, okay? So anyone, you know, there's an example of reason why the elites call themselves the enlightened ones, okay? They believe they're enlightened ones, they have the truth, they know the way of life, all those things. So what they're calling themselves is Luciferians. They literally call themselves Luciferians, okay? And they do that for a reason, because they believe they're the enlightened ones, okay? They believe they're the enlightened ones, okay? So that's not for no coincidence. That's not for no reason, okay? There's a reason why they believe that, man, okay? All right, and that's why they're in power right now. That's just said, you know, obviously it's talking about the original Luciferians are obviously us, man. We're the enlightened ones. We're the children of the light, okay? We're really the children in the light. Okay? We have Yahawah, Sham, okay? But obviously you have Esau, Edom. They stole what we got, you know. They stole all their stuff. They stole the scriptures, they stole the ideologies and all that, and they twisted and turned it their own way. Okay? So the modern day Luciferians would be the Rothschilds, you know, because they're up there, they're in power and all that. Okay? So they're the ones that's going to fall down from heaven. Okay? Meaning a certain status. They're at a certain status right now, and they're going to fall. Okay? They're going to fall down. Okay? So that's it for pretty much Isaiah 14. Okay? Alright, so we're going to get Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 37. Okay? Yeah, man. All right. There's a reason why them elites they be calling themselves that. Oh, we're the enlightened ones. We're the Luciferians, man. That's their doctrine, man. Okay, that's their doctrine. They have their little circle, their little clique. Okay, there's a reason for that, man. Okay, so in Jeremiah chapter 31 in verse it's Jeremiah chapter 31 in verse. So I can try to see verse 37. Or you know what? Let's start at verse. Let's start at verse 31, okay? All right, and this one's titled, you know, obviously in the scriptures they have a title before, you know, you read the scriptures like before verse 1, it'll say, this one says the new promise, which is obviously the new covenant. Okay, the new promise is the new covenant. Okay, because we're gonna go under a new contract with the Heavenly Father. Okay, the nation of Israel is gonna go under a new contract. Okay, meaning, all right, they're gonna have to agree on some new terms. All right, so you guys understand that. All right, so this is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 31. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, right? Because we've been splitted into two nations, man. Okay, the nation of the Judah representing. There's a reason why they call you Jews, okay? Because that word Jew derives from the word Judah. Okay, you see the similarity? Judah. Okay, so that's how they broke it up into that Jew. Okay, they classified the whole southern kingdom. Okay, all right. The southern kingdom is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right, so you have Benjamin, which is all the Caribbean islands, Trinidad, Tobago, Bahamas, Bajan, Dominica, Jamaica, all those nations. Okay, then you have the tribe of Levi, which is the so-called Haitians of today. Okay? And the so-called Haitians of today. And you have Judah, which is so-called African Americans, okay? Which we were all in West Africa because, again, we were split into two kingdoms, man, okay? All the northern kingdom were together, all right, which is the so-called Latin tribes. You have, what is it called? Puerto Rico, Cuba, Uruguay, Argentina, Colombia, Mexico, okay? All of them, man, okay? So they were derived into one kingdom and we were split into another kingdom, all right? So it says, verse 32, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. Okay, so there you go. All right, which the hand of Egypt, how the Lord brought us out of Egypt was through Moses. Okay, at that time Moses was our savior. Okay, Moses helped deliver us out of. He was used as a vessel to bring us out of the land of Egypt. Okay, verse 32. We're still in that. Okay, by the hand that I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break. Okay, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord power. Right, so we're married unto the Lord. The Lord has reverenced us time and time again as his woman. Okay, all right, it's lucky. All right, the Lord has reverenced us time and time again as his woman. Okay, so when the Lord looks at Israel, he sees our woman. He sees his woman, man. Okay, he sees his woman. Okay, beautiful, precious, untouched, and holy, man. That's what the Lord wants to see us as. That's what the Lord's going to revamp us, man. Okay, the Lord's going to revamp us, man. Okay, hey, and that's what I said, man. Hey, if you want to call someone sin, hey, you can't call someone sin, really, because hey, the Lord's the biggest sin, man. The Lord has time and time again. The Lord has time and time again has forgiven us, man. Okay, it's a lot here. I have something on my lips. Got that pasty stuff. Okay, so time and time again, man. All right, the Lord has forgiven the nation of Israel. Okay, if you will, right? Verse 33 says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make in the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord power. I'll put my law into the inward parts. So the inward parts represents your heart, okay? So the Lord will put his laws in your heart, okay? So the word heart goes back to the word lab, which means your mind, okay? So the Lord's going to put the laws into your mind, okay? So every thought, every movement that you make is going to be according to the law, okay? That's what that is, right? And write it in their hearts. There you go, right? It says, and I will be their power. And there's a reason why the Lord said their inward parts as well is because the Lord is going to change, okay, our bodies, okay? That's the reason why there's celestial bodies, okay? There's mortal bodies and celestial bodies. Celestial bodies is obviously ranking from a higher body, okay? Right? Meaning, you're going to have a body that doesn't get sick, break down, all those things, all right? Compared to the mortal body, the mortal body can compete at a high level, but not at the level of a celestial body, okay? Right? That mortal body can get sick. You can lose a limb, okay? Yeah, you can be healthy, but shit, you can lose a limb. You can get sick. The worst thing of all, you die, okay? In the celestial bodies, you don't die, okay? You're in a godlike state. You don't die, man. Okay, so, hey, word for word, man, the Lord said he'll change our inward parts, man. So we're going to be changed, man. We're going to be changed mentally, aka spiritually, right? And then physically, our bodies, okay? Right? So that's what says the Lord. I'll put my laws into their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. Verse 34. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor. Okay? So we're not gonna have to again go on the highways and hedges no more. We're not gonna have to get right. Stop eating that pork. Stop doing that. Stop. We're not gonna have to do that no more. Okay? That's not gonna be a thing no more. We're not. Hey, go on and teach on how the Bible is gonna be done away with. Okay? Us doing lessons and videos you have to upload on you, that's gonna be done away with, man. Okay? Right? There's a reason why we're doing that right now. Okay? We're doing that teaching right now. We're not gonna be teaching in the kingdom, man. Everyone's gonna be right in the kingdom. We're gonna be in the right mind in the kingdom. Okay? Right? It says, for they shall know me from least to greatest. Okay? But you're gonna have that. You're gonna have hierarchies of Israelites in the kingdom. Same way you have in Esau's kingdom. You have meteor court Israelites, you know, they have a good job, they make $60K a year, they're still well off, you know, they can pay a hospital bill to save their life, you know. They're not dead broke, they can feed their whole family. Okay? Then you have the little upper class millionaires, you know, they're well off, wealthy, they're building wealth, assets, you know, they have assets everywhere. And then you have the elites. Okay? Alright, you have the elites. Okay? That's what you have. The same thing you're gonna have in our kingdom, man. You're gonna have the elect, the top of the class, along with King David, okay, Yahawashi. They're gonna be the top ranking, okay, of Israelites in the kingdom. Okay? Just under that, you're gonna have regular Israelites. Okay? They're still gonna be rich as hell too. They're gonna be right too. Okay? And those are gonna be the derivative of the 2/3. Okay? Because we're gonna have to bring back the nation, man. You already know what's gonna happen. Okay, you know what's gonna be popping that time. Okay? So,